It's your boy, you love Nicktana, and welcome to another beautiful Wednesday. We're kicking off Wednesday with Gaming Gone Weird. This is episode number 32, and I kind of like, you know how last episode I was like 31 meant a big deal because my brother was number 31, football, whatever. I know it's not really video game related, but like we're going back to like more of a football thing. The draft is tomorrow, 32 teams, episode 32.
Do we even talk about the draft today?
No.
We should have put it on the schedule.
We should have, bro. We need to do a video game draft. A video game draft would be kind of crazy, bro.
Like a bracket?
Like a bracket, yeah.
Okay.
And we should do a video game bracket and have the viewers vote on which makes it to the next tier until we find one champion.
I like that. I do like that. I do like that.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Nicktana. Hopefully, everybody's having a great day. I had a fantastic day. I picked up my son's T-ball jerseys today. Didn't get a lot of gaming done today, but we did put out a score and review on my channel. So, like, we kind of been bouncing in and out of things. Oh, I have been playing Fable. I am starting the Fable trilogy for the first time. I'm pumped. I love it. First time. Yeah, I played a little bit on and off. So, like, my cousins always had the game. So we would always play it at his house. And I remember playing Fable 3 a little bit, but like, I don't really understand the story completely. So I'm excited to get into the game. A lot of people are saying I do an evil build. I'm kind of leaning towards that. You know me.
It's lazy. That's lazy.
Is it lazy?
It's so much easier to be evil.
Yeah, because you're strong. You're just overpowered through everything.
Boring. Anyway.
Okay, well, the co-host that's calling me boring, let me introduce you to 6'8", coming in at a hefty 240 pounds, 97% muscle.
Episode, man? Why are you doing that?
My boy Ghost Stories, man. I call him Peter, bro. Peter, tell the people about you and what you've been doing, bro.
My name's Peter. I go by Now Ghost Stories on all things social. What I've been doing lately is achievement hunting on Dredge. I am still, every time I get on my computer, I'm like, what do I want to play? It's still Dredge. I want 100% it. Mm-hmm. That's what I've been doing. Still making TikToks. Still doing pods, recording those episodes, which I was lucky enough to share with very special someone in your home today.
Yes, and my wife was actually on one.
Yeah, she was a really much better guest. And then, man, recording pods,
this is what we're doing today.
Yeah.
Okay,
recording, achievement hunting, and I've been having fun doing that. So that's what I've been doing.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. I feel like we're gonna have a great episode, man. You're coming off, you're shooting shots, man. Like we're supposed to be like lovey-dovey and stuff, but I mean, hey, it is what it is, bro. Hey, I'm gonna make sure I hit up the people at Black Salt Games, bro. Like get you like an interview or something because they seriously, you've been promoting the heck out of their game, and I love to see it, bro. They put out a very great game, very beautiful game. I'm gonna get to it when I get.
I've never played it. I've never played anything like it before. So
yes. Vino asked, "What is Burning Shores?" Burning Shores is the DLC from Horizon that we will be getting into in a second. I want to first off thank everybody for being here and stuff like that. Welcome to the pod. We talk about everything and all gaming every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Sharing it with you guys. Peter's going to go ahead and kick us off with the question of the day. You guys are more than welcome to answer and be involved, man. So let us know what the question of the day is today.
So I had a couple of questions of the day.
Let's hear it.
I'll just do one of the two, and we'll save the second one for next week. But my question of the day today was, what game or games or series would you want to see remade? I have an answer. I wrote it down, but do you want me to start?
I'll start, bro. I'll start.
You can't say Sonic, but go ahead.
God! No, honestly, if I had to get like another remake of a game, not even like a remake, maybe just like a restoration.
A restoration? I like it. Okay.
What about like, let's bring back the NFL Streets, man. Let's bring them back. Let's bring back the Street series in general. I feel like that would be a very, 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 very good thing.
Is there a reason they can't make them right now?
We don't know. We talk about this a lot, but I think it's by Big. I'm pretty sure EA Big, and I just don't think they're around anymore.
No one would want to take that up?
I would. Why wouldn't they? It has to be something copyright or something. I don't know.
I feel like 2K could make that.
2K definitely could. But I feel like 2K kind of gets away with it because you could do Park. And I think that like Madden tried to do something with the yard to kind of have something similar, but it's not the same, bro. It's not that same like brute feeling, bro. Like it's just a little different to me, bro.
Imagine you're like walking. It's like an open world, and you've got all these different fields around the city, and it'll be like you can free roam to these different fields, and you'll just meet up with other random players at that field, and then random people in that open world can initiate games. You'll do like where you pick in teams, you have captains, like the first two people there are the captains, and then you can pick random people in that open world to be on your team, and you can like look at their stats or whatever, and then a game initiates with just
that's
like
what I'm saying, bro. Like just like they need to make a game. EA, like we're ready for the check whenever you're ready to ship it over. But like literally, like there needs to be like everybody just loads into a game, bro. Like it has to be solo queue, and then there's like randomly 2 captains, and everybody else is just a player. And then you have to pick teams, bro. You look at stats, and you have to pick players based on their stats. You got to form
old school, like on the kickball field where you're just like picking people, and someone's always getting picked last.
Yes.
Let's bring back childhood school.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So if you're not paid to win, you got to sit on the bench.
Right.
We're initiating pay to win tactics here on Gaming on Weird. That's awesome. Wow, awesome, man. Oh man, but seriously, thank you guys for all being here. If you guys do want to have your question pop up on the screen, you guys could also help contribute to the channel a little bit more. First off, by hitting the sub, like, and comment, because that is all free to do, and it helps us move up the algorithm and bring more people to the pod. Me and Peter and Jimmy and everybody really work hard behind the scenes to give you guys the best possible quality we can for this show. So make sure you guys do that. And also, if you want to contribute to the show anymore, you can leave a KYN chat at kynchat.com. Keeps the lights on, keeps me, Jimmy, and Peter happy, and it goes a little bit to our pockets. So ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Peter, man, we got a kind of a packed episode.
I didn't want to tell you what game I want to remake though.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I really am sorry. No,
it's also along the sports thing. I think the backyard sports games would be really
dude.
Like backyard baseball.
Oh my gosh.
Like the 99 Pablo Sanchez card is going to be in high demand. It's going to be super rare. You got Pete Wheeler.
Everybody knows Pablo Sanchez, greatest backyard player of all time. It is not even close. Like they didn't even come out with a counter to Pablo, bro. Because if you got first pick, you were picking Pablo every single time.
Right.
Every time it was Pablo, bro. He was hitting dingers. He was scoring touchdowns. He could play every position. Pablo Sanchez.
Everybody it was crazy too, because like where gaming has started, and that like everybody knows backyard baseball. Like everybody knows what that game is, and everybody knows that player exists, and everybody knew that was the best player that you could always get for your team. So the nostalgia alone would like set you up for success right off the rip. And then if you actually made a good game on top of that, it's just like, it's like a party game. You could just you would be so competitive online playing backyard baseball.
Yeah. But that's what I kind of thought for like the Mario games. You know how Mario always comes out with the sports games? I thought those would be like really good party games too, but they didn't do as well as what they thought they were going to. But at the same time, like you said, it feels like a game where it's like, oh, your boys are going to come over. You're going to have a few drinks. You're going to play some backyard baseball or something, and it's like it would be competitive, but it would be fun too. It's like
so fun because no one's taking it seriously. I mean, we would take it way too seriously, but
I think me and you would try to go pro.
You know,
like breaking controllers and stuff.
Right.
All of a sudden, you're looking for a new co-host because Nicktana gets beat all the time. You're out of here, buddy.
Right. Yeah. So that's the backyard sports games. I think would be so cool to bring back.
Right. I'm down. I'm honestly like, those are some very good answers, because obviously I couldn't say Sonic for some apparent reason, but
they're still making Sonic games. You can't, that's fine.
Yeah, but they still make Resident Evil games, and they came out with a remake for that. So like you're kind of Whatever. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get ahead and get into the games that are coming out this week. The only ones that I personally really care about, I know there's a lot more, but I did want to highlight the big one, which is going to be Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I know me and Peter are both really excited for this game to come out. It comes out the 28th. I know a lot of people are already getting excited. Reviews are already really good. I've seen gameplay trailers for this game, and it looks absolutely beautiful.
Looks good.
It's going to be one of those games that we see up there for Game of the Year, man. So keep your eyes open on that one. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and kick off into our show. The first topic I do want to talk about is a game that me and Peter are both very excited to play, because we've been kind of talking about this back and forth about why didn't Hogwarts Legacy put in one of the greatest things they could have added in the game. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, it's Quidditch. Why didn't they add Quidditch to the game? And now it kind of answers why. Because they are coming out. They are coming out with Harry Potter.
That was there.
The Harry Potter Quidditch game.
I didn't know that was there.
The official thumbnail for the game, guys. It is coming out. There is not a lot of news surrounding.
I wasn't ready.
I tried to be serious through that whole thing. There's not a lot of news that is really like flying around this right now. They released the game. They released news about it saying that it's coming out soon and they're looking for play testers and stuff like that. That's about all that we're getting from it. So Peter, you look great on the cover, by the way. And what are you thinking,
Thanks.
bro? What are we thinking? Are we excited for Quidditch Champions?
Yes. I think, it's going to have a high expectation because you excluded it from an extremely well-made game on purpose.
100%.
Now we know why. So I think I'd like to think that they made a smart strategic decision in going, hey, we can include this in this game and have it be kind of limited, but maybe the look of Legacy wasn't right for what Quidditch could be, because just looking at the graphics, or at least looking at the some of the stuff that's come out for it now, it looks a little cartoony, which might actually be better for gameplay. It's going to be less. I feel like you can make it a lot smoother if you make it a little more cartoony. And the first game I think of when I see stuff like that is what's that dodgeball game? Knockout City.
Yes.
I feel like it could look a little bit like that, which I think that's good. I think that's a good thing. I'm not looking for hyper realistic Quidditch. Like it's probably going to be hard to make. So they're going to have to make it super smooth. They're going to have to make it super fluid. It's going to have to be super easy to pick up, difficult to master, and it's going to be like they have potential to make it really good. There's going to be tons of customization stuff. You can add like cosmetics forever, which would be good. You can add a bunch of different fields. You can add famous people from the stories. Fully customizable characters, fully customizable brooms. You could have brackets. You could have tournaments, online tournaments. You could make a really good sports game. It just happens to have a Quidditch skin on it. So it's just going to have like a super high expectation. Obviously, anytime you touch Harry Potter, expectations are high.
Yeah, I 100% feel you on this, bro. I saw this and I instantly got excited, and kind of going off what you said, I feel like you're absolutely right. This is one of those games that they kind of want to make run absolutely smooth. Everybody wants to be able to play it. So they had to cut down on those graphics, because some people, even on like PC, they probably didn't have the builds to run that. I mean, Hogwarts is a very hefty game to try and run. I mean, the textures and the graphics and everything else. So their best bet is, like, if I had to say right off rip, it's probably going to be another free-to-play game. Cut down on the graphics a little bit, make it a little bit more cartoony so everybody can get involved, and kind of add a little bit more like add-ons and like purchases to it to like fully customize your person. They just wanted to completely separate it from Hogwarts. So I kind of understand what they're doing with it, and I am super excited, and I'm definitely going to be I'm going to be there to try. I'm definitely going to be trying to be a play tester and give it a shot, because it looks absolutely amazing. I mean, I wanted to play Quidditch in the actual Hogwarts game as soon as it dropped. So being able to see it, that it's going to have its own game, it brings people to it and it excites people. The only thing I'm worried about is over these past few months, we have been seeing a lot of these free to play Some of them are like battle royale games. Some of them are just like, well, you got to think of multiverses, Knockout City, Rumbleverse. A lot of these games, they can't even like pay to keep their servers up because nobody's playing their game. So like, do you think it's kind of a bad tactic that they're kind of trying to go for that free to play thing and just basically rely on add-ons and cosmetics to kind of keep the servers alive? Because I feel like that's kind of what we're going to get here.
No, I don't think that's bad. I think you have a proven brand already. So like, whereas those other games, I think it's like fun up front, the novelty of it. But with this one, there's already 2 decades worth of proven content and branding and popularity. It's already hugely popular. You already know you're going to sell X right at launch. So if the game is fun, you'll survive. If it's not fun, even though it's Harry Potter, it'll still do poorly. So it's just like, as long as they make it fun and they make it replayable, and they have 100 levels of a battle pass and it's fun, I'm in.
Okay. Yeah, very, very easy to say. I agree with you, but it's just also a worrisome thing. But I think they could definitely pull it off because you're bringing in the Harry Potter fan base, and plus on the amount of people that participate in Hogwarts Legacy, you're bringing those people in as well right off the bat, probably. Because if you enjoyed Hogwarts Legacy, which I feel like most people did, you're going to get that audience plus the Harry Potter audience and kind of all come together. I wonder how hard it's going to be. I'm hoping like the teams kind of matter. I'm hoping it's like, I want to see what you could actually do.
Yeah, like I saw a comment there too about having it in a like a backyard sports format.
Yes,
like that would be pretty cool, right? So like, what if you could pick up, kind of like Mario Kart, where you pick up like a temporary weapon to use against the other players, like you curse someone's broom, or is it going to be super strict? Like no interference. It's just going to be purely based on the players playing with and against each other. Do you make it more cartoony in that way? Like, I don't even know how to approach this, like what direction to pull this from. So
that is true.
Like, do you make it like Madden, or do you make it like NFL Street? Both fun, both annoying in their own ways, but like NFL Street's cartoony. You don't take it as seriously, but it's still super fun. A lot of replayability. Madden's a little more serious. Still fun, but it's like for more hardcore football fans. So it's just like, what direction do you go? I don't know.
I feel like you could turn this into like an esport, low-key.
If it's good, if it's fun.
Because on like Quidditch, they have their certain roles and stuff like that, right? So like, what if like they have teams like esport teams and stuff like that, and they go like, it becomes like a competitive thing. That could be definitely a thing, and they could try and get into that type of realm too.
I mean, Warner Brothers would love that for sure.
Warner Brothers would definitely love that. I feel like that's where the money would be at, right?
They got to make it good.
They got to make it
fun. They got to make it replayable. And I could see them going either direction. At the end of the day, it's a fantasy world. So like, how serious do you have to be? I don't know, but it's Harry Potter fans. So you don't want to go too far off the beaten path, I guess.
Is that a Harry Potter reference that you just said there?
No, it's just like having old parents reference.
You are like 72, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm gonna be Team Hufflepuff. Let me know what your guys' team is gonna be. Peter, you're gonna be joining me on Team Hufflepuff or
no.
Hogwarts Champions?
No.
You're not gonna.
I'll be on Team Slytherin as per usual. That's where I live and die. Go Snakes.
So like in Hogwarts on stream, I got picked into Slytherin, and I was kind of bummed because I said I was like, I forgot what the word was, ambitious maybe, or it was like this. I said some sort of word, and like, and it put me into Slytherin, and I was like, nah, that's not me. Can't be me. I'm a Hufflepuff.
You know what you are. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right, Jerry. He does hate us, but that's okay because Team Hufflepuff always stays alive here at Gaming Gone Weird. Let us know if you guys are going to pick up Quidditch Champions. I'm excited for it. The next topic I do want to get into is the Horizon DLC. It's basically getting review bombed right now. If you guys don't know, Horizon Forbidden West put out a DLC not too long ago to the sequel of the first game. It's called Burning Shores, and this game has been getting a lot of hate. and a lot of bad energy around it. The game's been absolutely getting reviewed bomb, and we're kind of going to be here to talk about it. If you guys don't know what's been going on around the gaming world, basically, it's just DLC, like extra part of the second game. But there's a optional part in the game where you can romance a character of the same gender. This kind of ticked off the internet. A lot of neck beards and a lot of keyboard warriors are getting really irritated and basically saying that this game is absolutely terrible. They ruined the game, yada yada yada. Peter, what's your take on these keyboard warriors, man? Like, what's the deal, bro? Because I think this game looks absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and show a little bit of some gameplay here.
Well, Horizon's not a game that I've played personally. Is it a PlayStation exclusive?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, so, I think you have to double check. It might be on PC, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Okay.
It will be soon.
I remember. So all the gameplay footage that I've seen of it, it looks amazing. Like graphically speaking,
look at this world, bro.
The character looks cool. It reminds me of Avatar. Like, it looks really well made. I can't. So if you're like a super fan, and this, I don't know, man. Like, it just, is it being like, for all the review bombs? Is it? Are people like specifically addressing that issue? And I'll put that in quotes.
Yeah, it's a lot of review bombs. They're basically saying like there was no reason to add this on. They're saying that it's basically woke internet stuff like that, to where they just kind of, they're getting that type of like, oh, they just put this in there for like politics and stuff, where it's like, hey man, like, it's like, here's where I'm at with this, bro. Like, to be honest, I just wanted to talk about that. I think this is just terrible in general. Me personally, who reviews video games all the time, and I know this is kind of about like a gaming news thing, but I'm gonna just kind of get a little personal. For me, who reviews games and really cares about in depth and like really looks into the deeper things of video games, don't review bomb something because of something you really don't like. If you have like really specific reasons, or you feel like you can say like legitimate reasons to why you don't like a game, or to why like you don't agree with everybody, that's fine. But like, if you're going based off like because a character did something that you weren't the biggest of fan of because you thought they were trying to change up on something, it's kind of corny in my opinion. Because I look at like the deeper things. When I'm looking at Horizon, it's if God of War wasn't God of War, bro, this would be like the God, like it's more like God of War than anything, bro. Like, look how beautiful these graphics are, and just look, it's kind of like it's an action adventure game, so it feels a lot like God of War, and it just looks so good. And like, I've always liked the little dinosaur creatures you got to battle and stuff like that, and I've always liked Aloy as kind of a character. A lot of people can argue and say like she doesn't really develop, or she doesn't really think on her own, but it's like, okay, here she is doing something, thinking on her own, and doing something you might not know, and then everybody gets really irritated. So like, you got to pick your poison here, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's weird, bro, because like, if half the reviews are bad and it has nothing to do with the game in general, and it's more of just like, why'd you put this into the game, it's not good for the game. Like, it's not good for like the review, because someone could read that and just be like, oh, I'm not gonna play it now. Like, it's not right.
Right. So like, so if someone left a review and they just said, hey, like, I just didn't like the way the story went, it's not something, like, I just don't understand it as like a story, canon to the story, or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
That's not, to me, that's not really a review bomb. That's like an honest opinion.
100%.
But if you're saying I don't like this because of that relationship, that in-game relationship, then it's like, then don't play it. Like,
yeah, like, I mean,
does it? Isn't, you know what I mean? Like, it's I don't know, man. It's just kind of, it's crazy that it affects people that much, because this is not the first time this has happened in a video game.
Right.
In fact, we could talk about Fable. You're playing Fable for the first time. You can do that in those games, and that's a much older game.
And it's like the same thing, bro. It's optional. You don't have to. They give you the option to do it. If you want to do it, you can. You don't have to do it.
Right. So
we're talking about a game. We were talking about a game that last year was up for Game of the Year. So now all of a sudden the DLC comes out and it's that bad.
How much is the DLC?
I'll take a look real quick. Keep on going on about how you feel about it.
Yeah, is it 30 or 50 or is it like full price game or probably somewhere in the 30
$20.
mark?
$20. That seems like a legitimate price for a DLC. 20 bucks.
So, and
you're getting on an extra 5 hours and the side quest and all that stuff getting added onto it to an already beautiful game. The thing is with this, you already have to beat the game to play it though.
Really interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's if you have problems with the game and the story, you're well within your right to complain about it. But if you say, well, it's all ruined because of that, dude, I think we're kind of beyond that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's no one cares. Like just move on.
Nicktana is just here to say, guys, like let's cut it, man. Let's grow up. All right, let's stop putting so much hate on a game because of that, bro. I play Chia, and Chia's the same game. You get to kiss a girl in that game too. Grow up. You know what I'm saying?
It's
a video game.
This has been in games for a long time.
100%.
It shouldn't be any different. I don't know. Whatever.
If that's how I am with it.
There's people that spend way too much time online, and I feel like those are the people that you'll find in the comments there.
Mm-hmm. I will say, Fixer, I know you said you should. I should have read the reviews. I mean, to be honest, the reviews aren't going to tell you anything. I mean, listen to more of the positive reviews. Like, look at the positive ones because a lot of the negatives, like, really emphasized on that. So,
or at least if you're going to listen to a negative comment, make sure the comment is like it makes sense. Like, if they actually give it a well thought out, like, hey, I didn't like the story, or hey, I had a ton of performance issues.
Right.
Hey, this was just like I ran into a ton of bugs. I've reported them all. I'm gonna give it a thumbs down, not because I don't like the game, but because this version of the game as is bad. And that's you can trust that more than like, oh, I didn't like the way the story went, you know, and then yeah.
Because the thing is like on Metacritic, they had to put out a stricter review in a stricter way to post a review on there now, and now it's like it's a whole big deal because it has 1,000 bad reviews versus 674 positive reviews. Feel me? Let us know what you guys think.
That stuff snowballs too. So like you go there, you see more negative, and then you're like primed to put another one because it's more. You know what I mean? Like the influences you to keep it going, even if you don't believe it. But it sucks. It sucks because that for sure kills sales, and you know. They took a shot, I guess.
Let us know what you guys think, man. I think I got something because I have the sequel to the game. I just haven't played it. My backlog is just ridiculous, dude. Bro, when you have kids and we
gotta be sludge life before
you're a t-ball coach and you're a podcaster, man. Like the backlog gets just stacked. Yeah. I'm playing it, dude, and I'll come back and I'll let you know how it really is. I wouldn't lie to y'all. Next thing I do want to talk about is a new game that is getting widely spread around the web because this game has been absolutely crazy. The game is called Unrecord, and the trailer that they put out for this game is absolutely crazy. This is a trailer of a video game. This is Unreal Engine 5, and this is absolutely nuts on how real this looks. Peter asked me if this was a real game because he didn't think this was actually.
I legitimately asked you if this was a recording. I was like, yes. You shouldn't do this because it doesn't look real.
It doesn't look real at all. It looks.
I mean, it doesn't look like a real game.
It doesn't look like a real game. Real. Like it looks like one of those like airsoft videos, like those airsoft body cam type videos, and I was like, whoa, how this is what gaming is. This is what gaming has turned into. And I wanted to show you guys that trailer because I am just stunned by how great that game looks. But it's also a very, very it is very scary of how realistic that game looks.
Yeah.
Bad.
Is it VR?
No, I don't think so. I think that is like a straight up computer game.
Really?
I think they could make it VR, bro. Basically, Unrecord is a tactical shooter where players can expect an immersive and narrative experience. Unrecord features complex dialogues, innovative gameplay mechanics, tough moral dilemmas, and a unique shooting system. Bro, I want to play the game, but like I don't understand how do you think video games are getting too real? Like, do you think this could be a bad thing in gaming?
doesn't look real. I don't think it's real.
What do you mean it doesn't look real?
I'm not
bro?
convinced, man. I'm not convinced.
Look, you're saying it's not a video game? You don't think it's a video game?
It looks so good.
I know.
I would never play a game like this though.
I don't think I would either. This isn't my type of game for real.
It's too much. It's too much.
But I just think it's crazy how immersed you could actually be in that, because the way you're turning corners and the way your guy actually moves and sneaking around and looking at your outside world is nuts. This is like the beginning, dude. Like I want to see what games look like 2-3 years down the road. If this is what we're getting.
Slow down for like 10
Can we
minutes?
slow down, dude? Because like
take a break for 2 days.
Oh my! It's like I have to like rebuild my PC with every new game that comes out, bro. Yeah. Like they'll be like Diablo 4, you need 64 gigabytes of RAM, 200 gigabytes of hard drive space, and it's like, whoa, bro! I had a ramen and a bologna sandwich for dinner. Like, relax. Like, what is this? That is crazy.
It's too much. It's too much too fast. I mean, there's going to be hardcore people who are way into it day one, but it's just not for me, man. Doesn't mean it's going to be bad. It's just not for me. Like Tarkov, I get it, but it's not for me.
No, dude, no.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm ready for backyard baseball to be remade. That's what that's what I'm
If you want to know the type of gamers we are, we're ready for backyard baseball, NFL Street. Those are the games we're getting into. When it comes to unrecord and this type of realism, this is absolutely nuts. Like you could see the details on the gun, all the details on it's crazy. It looks real, like too real, and
it looks too real, man.
And I think it could be. I think it could be a problem. I think it could be a problem in like real world scenarios. Like if you really want to get politic wise, like it's because it looks that serious, bro.
She's like, look at this footage we found, but it's actually not real footage. Yeah.
Raph said, "What about Final Fantasy 16?" We have not talked about Final Fantasy 16. That is a game that a lot of people are hyping up. I just never really been it.
I'll make a note for next week if we want to touch on that.
We could. I just never really I never really cared for the Final Fantasy stuff just because I know my friend, he introduced me into Final Fantasy 7. The remake. We had a few Trulies kicking on his couch. We watched some gameplay of it. And I'm like, this is dope. I just never played them as a kid, so it really doesn't mean that much to me. And I feel like more of the ones later down the road, you can correct me, I feel like they're more, aren't they more like MMO based? They're not. They're all different.
They're all different. The ones that I remember, like,
correct me.
The ones that I remember, the earlier ones are turn-based stuff. It's like turn-based RPGs. You go into a fight, it takes you to a different screen. You have your characters. You know, everyone selects a move, and then it plays out. Yeah.
And Raph said about unrecorded, he said it's good for training law enforcement. Bro, that is probably the best way to explain it. It probably should just stay there, man.
Yeah.
Let me know what you guys think of that. So Peter, what would you do if you had $400,000 right now in your wallet? Anything
probably
in the world.
Buy a Chick-fil-A franchise. Nah, man, I just eat a bunch of Chick-fil-A. I would not.
Okay, because then I gotta manage it, and then I gotta work. And then you're just getting into the. Okay, I get it. Yeah. 400K. I think I would make some smart business investments with 400K. You know, maybe like get a better house, or maybe pay off some debt. You know, like some real world stuff. How about buying a CSGO AK-47 skin for $400,000?
I'm going to say this. I don't understand the CSGO or the Counter-Strike skin economy, because I know it exists, but I don't. How do we get to a $400,000 skin?
How do we get to a point? If anybody plays CSGO, they can let me know. But I think it's just like,
who makes them? Just the company. And then are they collectible?
I've seen it like be like a gambling thing. I've seen it be like a gambling thing where people will go on sites and they'll put in money and then they'll roll this thing and then they just give them like a weapon that you could trade on the marketplace online and stuff like that. So based on like how rare your weapon is, you could trade that in for actual money and stuff like that. I'm assuming.
So like this skin, so they make it, and then is this the only one?
So when I read up on it, it said the skin
like NFTs.
The skin is a minimal wear stat track tier 1 cased hardened AK-47 with a blue gem pattern. So this is what it actually is. The minimal wear means the gun is actually the second best condition it could be in. Again, this is all gibberish to me. I don't have a CS:GO guy that I talk to. Does it mean something to me?
It sounds like money laundering is what it sounds like.
Dude, okay, so I was going to get into that. Like, that is crazy. Somebody actually said that. It was like, there's no way that these guns are going for that much, because that's nuts. Like, nobody is paying $400K for that. It feels like how people just go to Long John Silver's.
Where's that money go? Are they buying it from are they buying it from somebody? Or are they buying it from the company?
They're buying it off somebody. You don't buy it from the company.
How do you market that then? Because I don't know. That's so suspicious.
I'm gonna do my research, because that's kind of nuts. Like, $400K. I want to know who had $400K just burning a bowl, like burning a hole in their pocket. That's like, dude, I would never play another game again. If I had to spend $400K on a gun skin, would you even like play another game?
Dude, imagine having a spare $400K to spend. Like,
right.
You're probably fine.
You probably have nothing to worry about in the world. You don't have.
You're good, man. I'm chilling. You
don't have real world problems. You just have $400K.
They're not managing Chick-fil-A. I'll tell you that.
Dude, like, I gotta read up on it, because I wonder if it's like an investment. Like, he's like, okay, so I bought it now, so like maybe like down the road it's more money. They're banking on that.
Dude,
it's like the same people that spend like $1,000 on a Cheeto that looks like Peter Griffin or something.
Right.
So
or like, yeah. I don't know, man. That just seems like a part of the internet I don't even want to spend time on or be around. I'm good on all that. That's like where you get doxxed and stuff. I'm not.
Let us know, man. How do you guys feel about the blue gem AK-47? Let us know. Let us know in the comments below. Yeah, next thing we are going to talk about, though, is Techland putting out feelers for a Dying Light 3. They've been very successful with Dying Light 1, Dying Light 2, and they put out this tweet being like, hey, this isn't the Dying Light 3 announcement, but if we did, what would you want the main hero to be? And a lot of people got votes on it and stuff like that. So how do you
just release the second one?
It came out in 2022.
Dying Light 2?
Yeah.
Dying Light 2 came out in 2022? I thought it just came out.
No, that's Dead Island.
Dead Island. My bad.
Same zombie game.
Sorry. My bad. My fault.
No, but like them putting out the tease, I mean, it's probably gonna happen. I just thought it was funny that they put it in a tweet like that. Hey, like, what do you guys think? Like, just put out some feelers. Like,
I feel like do it, but what if? Yeah. This
is the second time I've seen this like in this week though, because Dead Island 2, or not at Dead Island, my fault. See, it's contagious now. It's contagious. Dead Space or whatever that game is, Dead Space, right?
Yeah,
the horror game. They put out the same thing. Like, hey, how would you guys feel if we put out a Dead Space 2 remake? So like now it's very common that a lot of these publishers and a lot of these developers are just kind of reaching out and just asking straight up, like, hey, would you guys want this? Would you guys pay for this? Like, is this worth putting our time in, getting people excited for it? And they're like, oh yeah, or no, or how would you feel about another zombie game coming out in about 4 or 5 years, man? They get you all geeked up.
No, it makes me go to sleep.
Stu is not gonna like that comment.
No, it's like, I don't know. I think zombie games, unless you're already embedded, like Dying Light, Dead Islands, your Resident Evils. Trying to think of other do you remember that old zombie game where you're like in a mall and you can pick up anything?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. It was dude, somebody's gonna call us out on it, bro. It's I'm gonna look it up, bro. It's what's the game called?
can't remember. Dead Rising?
Dead Rising. Yep,
Dead
you're
Rising.
right. You got it. There
So
you
the
go.
Dead
Okay, I didn't have
Risings,
to look it up. There we go.
the Dead Risings of the world. I think that I don't know, man. I think if you're a fan of zombie settings, you're a fan of like all zombie movies, all zombie games. You're just all in, and it clearly sells and it clearly does well. It's obviously like an exciting environment. It's not. I don't like anything horror though. Like I'm terrible with scary stuff. So it doesn't get me personally excited. But
Right.
from what I've watched and consumed for both of those games, they feel like a lot more than that.
Yes.
So they always have like an outside, there's everyone's just dealing with the undead or zombies or whatever the infected are, whatever you call them. But there's always like another layer of plot, and it's usually other humans. So that part to me is interesting. It's just like the setting that it's in is like, oh, and there's zombies. I don't know how many like zombie forward games that have come out, but maybe that's a good thing. Like the story's way more interesting, and like especially for Dying Light, like having RPG elements to it and all that stuff. There just also happens to be like the zombie element to it. So I feel like that's part of why it's good. I don't know how many purely zombie games you could make. Like, hey, we're dropping you in and you're killing zombies. Is that enough anymore? I don't know.
I mean, it's obviously a little bit more than that. I feel like Dead Island 2 is more of like that, because basically it's just like a lot of people saying it's basically just like you're killing zombies a lot of the time. The story doesn't matter particularly. But with these, I mean, you have last time they tweeted about this game, they made the internet storm because they said there was like 100 something hours of actual playable content in it. So basically, like when it comes to like missions and like to complete the game and stuff like that. So they put in a lot of stuff in the game to actually do.
Which is why it's good. Which is why they have a sequel. Which is why it's like it's more.
That's their breadwinner for sure. That's their breadwinner. I kind of wanted to just focus on the fact that like they kind of just like put that in there. Like, hey, like I wish some people would kind of be like that. Like I feel like you see a lot of the indie developers in the world and a lot of the smaller publishers and stuff, and they're like, hey man, how would you feel if we did this? And like you get the feedback and stuff, and that actually affects the game.
It makes it feel approachable for sure.
Oh, 100%.
It makes me as a consumer feel like, oh hey, they're asking their fans, what they want to do. It feels like it makes me feel like I get to contribute something, even if it's nothing I say goes into it. It makes me feel like I'm heard, which is very important, especially on Twitter. So I don't know. I think it's a good move. I love when they tweet out real stuff and not just like promos. It's like, hey, what are you guys doing today? Like, we fixed this bug. Like that to me, that's a great tweet.
And
cool. Thank you.
The bug's not even fixed.
Yeah, they're liars, but at least they're sending it out. Like giving us the chance to believe it or not. But it makes it approachable. It makes me excited, dude. Also, Discords. Like I love jumping into developer Discords. There's always big chats, and there's always like mods who are part of the team in some form, and actually just like chatting with them. Like I've been jamming on Tavern Master. I joined the Tavern Master Discord. I put in suggestions, and the developer, it's a single person, or maybe not a single person, but it's a really, really small team, so 5 or less. One of those guys just like started chatting with me about it. He's like, oh, that'd be cool. Or like, no, we can't do that because of this. I was like, this is great.
But at least for like the future. So
yeah, exactly.
Let me know what you guys think about possibly a Dying Light 3. Before we get into the next topic, like I said, I appreciate everybody that is kicking it with us right now. You guys mean the absolute world to me. If you guys could do me a favor, make sure you guys sub, like, comment, all that stuff, because we do go live every Wednesday to talk about everything and all gaming news. Peter actually decided to put this topic into the pod, so I'm gonna let him take this one over. Peter, what's the next topic that we are actually talking about today?
This is I didn't even know anything like this existed or was even on the radar of an organization like this. But I was reading an article about the Red Cross wanting and encouraging gamers and putting this like movement into place where they want gamers to stop committing virtual war crimes in shooter and war simulator games. And they actually launched like an initiative where they have a fully blown out website. And their big headline says play by the rules. And they want to, in their words, and I'll read it here for you, rally all FPS gamers to play by the rules of war, which protect humanity and dignity of people all over the world. So what that means, I don't know. It is a video game, and what do you do when you tell gamers to be serious in a video game? They do the exact opposite. I mean, like, that's just the way it goes, especially shooters where most of the trolls live, I feel. It's okay. Like, I get it. It's a, it's a nice thought. I understand it. I didn't know this was something that was even on their radar. I don't know how you enforce this. Maybe it's just like an awareness thing. With the times, with everything going on over in Eastern Europe. I don't know, man. Like, what are your thoughts? Is this something you'd even promote? Is this, I don't know. I didn't even know that the Red Cross was putting time, money, and energy into something like this.
Into gaming.
Yeah.
So when I was reading up on it, it said players will need to avoid shooting at enemies who are down and can't respond, stop targeting non-violent NPCs in civilian buildings, and share their med kits with allies and enemies alike. There's a few things where it's like in a video game. Yeah, I mean, if my guy's down, if the enemy's down, bro, I gotta. They say,
look, I can't start initiative. I do thirst the bad guys.
Why don't we talk about the real problems, Red Cross? Like, why don't we stop third partying? All right, why didn't you put that in there? Like, seriously, like,
why don't you fix the audio, huh, Red Cross? Tighten up.
This is probably like very serious that I'm taking this, and I'm so sorry, but like at the same time, like it's just like, it's just share med kits with the enemy. I mean,
I'm also trying to win, though.
I'm trying to win the game.
Right.
And if you're talking to someone about worried about war crimes after playing a game like Fable, I mean, you guys don't even want to know the half of stuff I did in Fable. Not great. But like I thought this was like an article because like they're actually focusing on the real world problems. So
reading it further, I'm like, my gut says that they're trying to bring awareness to war-torn areas of the world and maybe just get more eyes on, maybe they're trying to like dip their toe into the gaming space of trying to get more participation or fundraising from that space, which is totally understandable and totally fair. It's just not my favorite. I don't think they understand gamers, maybe.
No.
I
just, at the same time, like, I don't think they understand what's going on, bro. Like, Grand Theft Auto is a game. So, like, a very well-played game.
Yeah, so...
I think it's more of just, like, acknowledgement more than anything. Just kind of, like, putting that out there for, like, your learning pleasure. If you want to, like, it might... Like it taught me something today. You know what I'm saying? It might see someone on the internet and they might read that. It might teach you like, okay, like I can understand why this is an offense to someone or something.
Totally. I mean, we play it for fun, but we also, we live in a place where we can play games for fun and then turn off the game and go outside and not be in a place where that stuff is going on for real.
Right.
So very lucky, and I get that and understand. I think I understand what they're trying to do. It's just not, to me, it's just not maybe the right approach. I could definitely see them being like, hey, we want to raise funds, do like a tournament. They're kind of like St. Jude, where they have like St. Jude Play Live, like play whatever you want. We're fundraising for St. Jude.
Right.
That seems to be very effective. They have that whole branch now of like St. Jude Live. So maybe this is their like attempt at like trying to dive into that space. Do I think gamers are going to follow the rules of war in game? No, I do not.
No,
unfortunately.
I kind of want to touch into something a little bit more serious, just kind of going into that, man.
Yeah.
Why is Xbox getting rid of the screenshots to share on Twitter?
Dude,
this is terrible.
I don't know.
This is what really, really grinded my gears today, dude. The amount of screenshots I love to put on Twitter. I put a Trek to Yomi Stonehead on Twitter like last week or 2 weeks ago. And that was such a great thing to do. I'm just sitting there playing the game, and I was like, you know what? My followers would appreciate that. So I tweeted that out. But now, apparently, Xbox decided that we are not going to be able to share our screenshots with our friends. And this is what got me going right now. This is me. And it's just not right. Apparently, it has something to do with Elon Musk, obviously, with changing the Twitter stuff around. So I think it's on their end. You could still do it on your phone if you like want to upload it to the Xbox cloud and share it from your phone. You can, but who wants to do all that?
I definitely did that a lot with the OneDrive app. Like,
yeah,
I just saved a lot. I still use OneDrive. Like, it's free, whatever. You know, you can still download stuff. It's just inconvenient, but I'm trying to think of folks who like don't have a PC set up, or like maybe they don't have the best phone.
No,
like maybe they don't have a smartphone. It just kind of like it sucks. It's probably not on Xbox's end. I know, Bill and Elon are button heads right now, but
are they really?
Is it like they got their own thing going on. It's like
I'm richer than you.
It's billionaire problems, or like whatever.
Right.
But yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks. I can't see a world where Xbox is like, we don't want to allow this anymore. So I definitely feel like it's probably from Twitter's end. There's probably some increased cost or something, or some kind of like, billionaire beef, interacting and messing up our stuff. But it sucks. It sucks. That's all I can say about it.
Hopefully,
when I only stream on Xbox, I share stuff all the time. So
I really hope they fix it though, because being able to share screenshots were dope. Because one of my favorite things to find on Twitter is like, I like seeing what people do in their games and how they progress through it, and like the screenshots they take of the actual world, because sometimes it looks dope, or somebody's playthrough might be a little bit different, or they might have did something very hard. So they want to share a video on it. Not everybody wants to upload that to their computer, then edit it up. I mean, it's just simple just to upload that. And just to have gamers just experience like their moments like together. So I love the screenshot feature that Xbox put in, but like apparently now you can't do it because Twitter wants to mess it up. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
It's lame.
It's not fine.
It's lame. Yeah,
it's
not fine. It's actually terrible.
It's actually very lame. Hopefully PlayStation doesn't take that out, because I remember I was playing Chia and I was uploading everything. Like I turned into a lizard. Let's upload it to Twitter. Yeah. It's like little cool moments like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
The last topic we are going to get into for the day, guys, is we are going to be talking about the Gran Turismo movie. They're basically comparing this to the Rocky of video games. If you guys don't know what Gran Turismo movie is going to be about, it's basically based on a true story surrounding the game's franchise rather than an adaptation of the actual game. Since the game has no real story, it's basically about a fan who played the games, won a competition, and then became a skilled professional driver in real life. So maybe video games do teach you real life skills. So, Peter, what are you thinking? Are we grabbing a large popcorn and a large drink and going to see this movie? I'm down. I think this would be a really good movie to see.
This is the perfect Discord movie.
That's nasty business.
A Discord movie is a movie. Okay, a Discord. If you guys don't know what a Discord movie is, it's a movie you play in your Discord, and you have a bunch of people in the shared chat all at the same time, and nobody mutes, and everybody talks over each other the whole time, and someone's eating chips in the background, and someone's streaming their game while the movie's going on, and you only catch about 25% of it. I think it's going to be the perfect.
That is the worst case scenario I can possibly think of.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a perfect Discord.
Everybody in the comments, I'll go. I'll be there. What's to know your news Discord? We should probably get on that.
We should do this. We should put this in Discord when it comes out.
Cool down, munching down on some Doritos while Raph's yelling at his dog or something. This would be a great Discord movie. No.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It'll be popular overseas. It'll sell the game. It'll sell copies.
Right.
Like it'll like appease all the hardcore fans. To say it's the Rocky for video game is insane.
That is a big comparison.
You're saying that for clickbait
for Gran Turismo too. I don't.
Yeah.
That is a bold statement.
Yeah, you're saying that to sell tickets, man.
But at the same time, Sony really they've been focusing on their stuff. You got to think of The Last of Us. Got to think about the God of War that's coming out soon. The Ghost of Tsushima. It's going to be.
I'm gonna watch Ghosts. I think that's gonna be a sick movie.
It's going to be some high quality stuff, bro. It's going to get.
What'd you think of the Assassin's Creed movie, real quick?
Never watched it. Discord movie night. Never watched it.
I'm cool with that.
It's hard for. I tell people I'm a real gamer. I haven't watched the Assassin's Creed movie, but the trailer didn't even look that bad though. Just sometimes they could do it right, and then like you could have like Resident Evil, where I went to go see that movie and I didn't care for it at all because they tried to jam pack too much in 1 hour. Makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. So I'd have to go check it out. Maybe that's what I'll do this week.
I think we should have Discord movie night soon.
We should.
I think a Gaming Gone Weird sponsored movie night.
I'm down. That would actually be very cool. I'd have to talk to Jimmy about that.
That'd be really fun.
That'd be sick.
Yep.
Oh my
God. We could not watch Gran Turismo together.
Gran Turismo? Dude, I am getting the crunchiest kettle chips possible. Yeah.
I'm gonna get soup, dude. I'm gonna get soup and just eat it.
Oh, great. Yeah, because I just want to hear Ghost Story slurping all over the mic. This episode is great, bro. 32 was definitely one for the books, bro. Chips, slurping. This has to be like, if I could pick alternate thumbnails, this is the funniest thing ever, bro. Can you please send me
that after okay, cool.
You didn't even see the Hufflepuff logo on
the
shirt.
I saw it. I'll mark over it. Don't worry.
Yo, Peter, tell the people where to find you and the projects you're working on, bro.
Once again, Peter, Not Ghost Stories on all things socials. Working on achievement hunting for Dredge, and then I'll probably, when I'm done with that, jump straight into Jedi Survivor because I just finished that game for the first time a couple weeks ago. So jump into that. A lot of shorts content, short form videos. When I'm fully finished with Dredge, I'm gonna do some long form stuff with that. But all the good stuff, Twitch pods, yeah. Shoot me a DM. I'll send you the info.
Yes, sir. I want to thank you guys for watching another episode of Gaming Gone Weird. This was episode 32 and a great one at that. My name is Nicktana. First off, if I could give a big shout out to everybody here, man. Thank you guys for all the love.
Yes.
I see you, Jerry's Illis, Cooldown, Raph, Jay, all the loyals, Vino. I seriously appreciate all you guys. Having your guys' support here live means the absolute world to me, but we do appreciate everybody that watches this after the fact. If you can't catch us Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, you guys mean more than the world to us. If you don't want to miss any Gaming Gone Weird or any Know Your News, I highly suggest you guys leave a sub. We have a lot of other podcasts on here, like a sports one, a movie one, and crazy news. So I highly recommend you guys check out that. Leave a like, comment, share with a friend. Word of mouth is the best thing ever. And if you want to catch up more on me personally, my name is Nicktana. I talk about everything in all news. I do gaming reviews on my channel, playthroughs, and I just love playing video games and sharing my experience with you guys. I've just been on a tear playing stuff. Like we're into the Fable series now, and I'm just trying out a bunch of different games to kind of figure out where I fit in the gaming world and what I love to play, and just making memories that I can share with you guys. Again, this has been Nicktana and Peter signing off. Thank you for being weird thank you for being weird with us. Tell someone you love them. I'll catch you guys next week. Peace out, guys. Scorn is still the worst game ever.